6:05 in the morning. We're on our way. We're gonna be angling over the left-hand skyline and climbing up a ridge that's on the opposite side and coming down one of these gullies on this side. Now we're having a hard time coming around this lake. After getting off course, we're climbing up some talus. Now we've been doing a lot of cross-country travel below Stuart Pass. Finally heading up in more open territory toward Goat Pass. Now we're winding our way through some big talus. Roy and I are still working our way up this long gully. We're heading up there toward Goat Pass. Well, there's Mount Rainier in the distance, and here is Ingalls Lake. And we're just arriving at Goat Pass. The start of our climb is going to be in that notch over there, but first we got to cross a glacier. Down below we have a beautiful lake. Trying to figure our way across these snowfields and the glacier before we climb up that steep gully to the notch. So there's this little sluice of glacier water running down here, and we're getting some of it and we're actually filtering it. Now we're crossing the Stuart Glacier above some huge gaping crevasses. We're getting closer to that gully over there. Well, Roy and I just crossed a very steep section of this glacier. I got micro spikes on. Roy's got some short spiked aluminum crampons, but at least he had front points. We had to be extremely careful. We climbed up onto a little ledge here where I'm standing. Roy's above me on ledges. Wonderful. Now we're climbing a class 4 gully in the dark. We're now several hundred feet up this crazy gully. So Floyd is having to get out his rock gear because right near the end of the route we had some class 5 moves. So Floyd's starting to lead a class 5 section here right near the top of the gully. 12:15 in the morning, we're gonna bivvy right here, a beautiful bivvy site. We got dirt on the ground, we got rock walls surrounding us, there's not going to be any wind. Dawn on day 2. After a long day with a lot of problems during our approach, we arrived at Goat Pass at 12:15 in the morning. And we slept right here, bivvied. Nice little bivvy site. Here's the glacier that we were crossing at sunset yesterday. We crossed above the crevasses. This is Floyd starting off the climb. Here's Roy coming around the end of pitch 1. Floyd starting off on our pitch 2. Well, that pitch there felt kind of hard. I think that was the 5-7 pitch. Okay, we're on what Floyd calls pitch 3, even though we've been simul-climbing. Roy's near the top of our 3rd pitch. Floyd's on pitch 4 now. Roy's climbing pitch 4. So Floyd's up there on pitch 5. Floyd's climbing a very tough pitch for us. Roy's climbing the hard part of pitch 5. He has to aid it. It's kind of an overhanging 5-7. Floyd is starting pitch 6. Unfortunately, here's a lot of gear that got left behind. And there's a fixed rope up there. I believe this is where a climber was injured last night and they helicoptered him. Here's Roy trying to come across pitch 6. Looks like he's gonna do it. Pitch 7. Roy's starting out on pitch 7. Looking good, Roy. This is pitch 8. Roy's coming up the ridge on pitch 10. So Roy's coming down pitch 10, which was mostly a descent.
Floyd's climbing the crack pitch.
Here comes Roy across the top of pitch 11.
Floyd's trying to figure out where we need to go on pitch number 12.
Roy's climbing pitch 12.
This is pitch 13.
Roy's coming up pitch 13.
This is pitch 14. Floyd is rappelling so that we can do the gendarme bypass route. Floyd is leading pitch 15.
Roy's coming across a crazy traverse.
Well, we're in this 55-degree gully, and Floyd found a magic staircase up the side of it. Pitch 17.
Dawn of day 3, we spent the night sleeping near the summit ridge, Mount Stuart.
So Floyd's on pitch 18. Pitch 19.
Here's Roy coming up. About 10 minutes ago, a couple of climbers knocked a softball-sized rock right down through that area. Roy's working his way up a very loose pitch 19.
Floyd's starting pitch 21.
Well, here's a pretty steep crack. Roy's topping out on the summit ridge here.
Finally, we're approaching the summit.
Yeehaw! Okay, Roy's coming up to the summit. All right. 15th of the 50 classics.
For me, I guess it's 12.
Okay, that's where we came from. We're going to do a 360 view from the top of Mount Stuart, and I don't even know what I'm looking at down in these areas, but that's what it looks like.
Now we're beginning what will be a grueling descent. Oh, Floyd's threading an eye of the needle here.
Oh my. Oh. You gonna make it?
I don't know. Yeah.
We just came across the ridge and we are entering Cascade Couloir.
We are now descending the Cascadian Couloir.
We've descended more than 2,500 feet. Somehow we're working our way down the steep gully.
More fun down pretty low in the Cascadian Couloir.
We spent a third night bivvying in the forest beside Ingall's Creek.
Working our way back home on the Longs Pass Trail.
Headed toward the top of Long's Pass.
Roy's coming up the last few feet of Longs Pass.